Hi, today I'm going to talk about ways that you can save up to 40 hours a year by using some real common pieces of Dynamics GP. Now, this one is assuming that you either have the modifier module or the customized site license. And what we're going to do is use VBA scripting to make a window work for us. And let's look at the window first of all. In the financial series and transaction, I'm going to go to bank transactions. And I enter a lot of transactions here directly. Anytime something affects the bank directly that doesn't come from either payables, receivables, or bank rec, this is where I key it in. So I'm going to key in a decrease adjustment. Let's say that I went out and bought lunch today for everyone. And I bought it at Lunches Are Us. Now, you'll notice what happened. After I tabbed off the Paid To field, the description field copied it automatically. And I used VBA code to do just this. It makes my life a lot easier. Because if you remember from a previous blog I've written, the Paid To line is what shows up in bank reconciliation, while the description line is what shows up in the general ledger. So now I can have the actual name appear in both my bank rec and my general ledger with minimal work. So let's put in the $10 for lunch. And I'll code that. Now, you'll also notice that if I realized I spelt the name wrong, there should have been dashes in there. So I'm going to come in and type in dashes because it actually should have been Lunches Are Us. And when I tab off the field again, it updates it accordingly. So every time I make a change on the Paid To line, the description line populates as well. Let's push this transaction and let's look at my VBA code to see how this was achieved. So I'm going to go to Microsoft Dynamics GP, Tools, Customize, and the Visual Basic Editor. And this is where I've done just that. So I have the Paid To section and the Received From section. So no matter whether I'm doing something where money's coming in or going out, I get the same results. And essentially what we're looking at is every time I tab off that field or that field loses focus, the description line will equal to whatever the Paid To line's on, or if it's money coming in, the Received line. Now, if you don't know Visual Basic for applications, I don't recommend you trying this on your own. But there is definite return on investment in having your partner help you do just this little tweak because I figure if you use that transaction type a lot, and I use it an awful lot, you could easily save over a minute a day. And I'm being very conservative with that because I'm not only talking about entering in the transaction, I'm also talking about being able to go back and look at specific pieces in the general ledger. Let's do that now. So here's my transaction for $10, and we'll drill down and we can see the full name accordingly, and we can see the account number it was coded to. Let's also now go and look in the general ledger entry, and we should be able to have that pull up as well. And there it is. And again, the reference name is exactly as it was entered in the previous system. This is a great little tweak. It's easy to manage, easy to use, and if it saves you a minute a day, that's 5 minutes a week, that's 260 minutes a year, or 4 hours and 34 minutes a year saved by one tiny little tweak. If you want to know more about VBA, shoot me an email and let me know. Thanks!